Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So Snark has released a new red tuner, and it's really not that new per se, but the upgrade is we have now black rings on here, which are going to secure this thing. That's like a 500% improvement. It looks to be, as it does the others, you still have the same kind of little collars inside, but this is a reinforcement ring so that it's not going to break anymore. Okay, that's reassuring. So now you could probably just go wing across the room, and if anything pops apart, it should be just the battery cover that pops out on you. I remember when I got my first red one, which I severely wore it out to the point where the switch would no longer function. So I bought another one. And then I bought another one. And I had to buy another one because I kind of broke this one. Um, one of the little barbs kind of gave out here. And it's kind of like, well, that kind of really sucked. And, but it's lasted me for quite a long time before it did give up. So that was good. And it went through quite a bit of abuse. But got sat on once or twice. And as did its extra brother. So, yeah. So both of these do not have the reinforcement rings, and both of them are crazy glued at the head only, because you still got to have this working, at least. But anyways, so I went out and I bought the brand new one with the reinforcement rings, because one of the things I noticed on my black one, of course, and on my blue one is they both have these reinforcement rings, and I haven't had any issues. And it's like, sweet. And but I bought a new red one. The reason why is because I thought maybe I had a problem. You have vibrating microphone. It's only on the red ones that I'm aware of. It's not on any of my other ones. And my wife even has a black one that runs on a battery with a completely different display too. Okay. Now they're all fantastic tuners. Don't get me wrong. I love them. Pick your color, pick your poison, whatever. The rechargeable one's really nice because you can get over 300 charge cycles out of the battery. I'm still on my first charge, and it's been months. The thing just doesn't want to die. But anyway, so I need a new red one because a lady had gotten on to my black rechargeable video, and she has mentioned she's at a gig the other day, and trying to tune her guitar, and you know all this background noise is screwing her up. She's trying to tune it, and it's just throwing her right off. She had a hellacious time, and so she's asking me about this, and I'm like, well, she says she's got it on vibrate mode, which means the microphone is inactive, which I can fully agree that when it's on, 1, 2, 1, 2, hello, hello, hello. Now if we turn the mic on, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, hello, hello, we can activate it, right? So definitely on vibrate, it's not going to do anything in my hand. It's just going to sit there and do nothing. But being on the guitar, I'm definitely sure enough that she has an acoustic. And that's what the problem is. Acoustic tops are very sensitive, as we know, to vibration, right? And so what's happening is all that background noise is going around the air, sound waves travel, hits the wood on the guitar, vibrates, sound of course will still travel into the sound hole and in and through up the neck to the headstock, and you're trying to tune your guitar and it's wreaking havoc. That's exactly what's going on, okay? It's not the tuner's fault, because if you had an electric guitar that's solid body, it won't interfere. I've done some thorough testing here, and with the electrics, won't activate. The acoustics, yes. Semi-hollow body, yes. Full hollow body electric, yes. Okay, but a solid body electric, you can have this on vibrate. No other noise is going to interfere. Okay, and the simple fact that we can just do the experiment even in my hand and see what happens, that tells you right there what's going on. You would have to have it in mic mode for it to activate in your hand. But if it's not activating in your hand, then you definitely have it in vibration mode, which also means that my other two tuners are perfectly fine for operation. So was it a waste of money for me to spend $24 on a new tuner today? Absolutely not. It was a great purchase because now I have reinforcement rings. And the red is definitely my favorite of them all. I think it's a fantastic tuner. Now, I don't care for the mic mode, and I don't know why you would want the mic mode anyways, okay? Unless you're a real stinger and somebody wants to tune their instrument and you could flick it onto mic mode and they could do it that way in front of you. Because you don't want them to touch your precious tuner. Oh, the precious. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's a tuner, right? But you know what? Sometimes you let somebody use something, they'll break it in 10 seconds. So, I don't loan my stuff out. Anyway, so yeah, the new red one it's fantastic. I love the reinforcement rings. Makes these things like 500% more durable. So now I'm not sure what to do with these two little guys because they still work perfect. So I don't know. I'll do something with them. However, that being said, do check out these tuners. I also have the blue one that runs on battery. Now, it has no tuning pitch controls whatsoever, so you can't up or down tune, and this one is designed for guitar and bass guitar. That's it, okay? So no ukulele or anything else like that. This one here has the pitch up and down, so you can tune virtually any instrument with it. And it's got a different kind of a display too, which is kind of nice. And of course the battery indicator because, why? It's rechargeable. Okay? Anyways, great tuner though. Love the tuner. And of course the display on this is pretty simplistic in itself and very accurate. It goes in little markers, which is nice because the other one's in bigger markers. And it's like, I'd rather have the finer capability of tuning. So the red one actually has the finest and best control over tuning than any of the other Snarks in my opinion. Okay, because you do have more lines of flat and sharpness that you can deal with, so you can have that more finite tuning control where the other ones are not quite the same. They're a little bit different. So more fudge room, I guess you could call it. But hey, I've tried the little bit of fudge room, and because I set my intonation so tight and so close as possible humanly on my electrics, they're very fussy. So the only tuners that'll work with my electrics properly are my Boss TU2 tuner. My red Snark works absolutely beautiful, of course. And I have the tuner I use for setting intonation, which is a Korg. I believe it's a CA2 or a CA20. Can't remember off the top of my head. I got so many bloody tuners, man. One of these days I'll have to do this is my tuner collection video, so you can see all the tuners I currently have. And of course this is all that remains out of my original red one, because I wore out the button on the display. So it's like, yeah, pop this off. I might have a use for it eventually, and so it hangs around just in case. But yeah, the new tuner is fine. I really like the rings that they're putting on for reinforcement rings. It makes them even more durable. Like the first models that they came out with from Snark, the software sucked, and so did the tuner's durability factor. Then we got a little bit more durable tuner and way better software. Now we still have fantastic software and a massively durable tuner. Like, I would not be afraid to drop that thing from like 18 to 20 feet onto concrete, because I know that the worst thing that's going to happen to the thing is I'm going to pop the battery cover out. No big deal, right? I've done drop testing. I have a drop test video with this particular design here, and it never came apart, never broke, no damage. What caused these ones to break was, sitting on them once or twice and jammed up in the gig bag and too much pressure, something hit it. And it broke. So Crazy Glue worked. And I've been using them like that for the last couple of years. And I finally decided to not be such a cheapskate. And besides, I had to anyways to find out what was going on with that lady's guitar. So obviously, the nature of an acoustic is simply this. A headstock tuner. A lot of them that are out there will be sensitive. And Snarks are extremely sensitive. I have an AT100 tuner that is not as sensitive to the vibration outside noise pickup as the Snarks, but at the same time, I'm holding back yawns. I'm very tired. I've been working like a dog for the last while. But the AT100 is very sensitive for the tuning side. It works fantastic. Yeah, and you got to try out different things because you never know. You might get a gem in the works and go, now that's perfect. Okay, not that anything actually is, but you know what I mean. Near perfection. But yeah, these are pretty good tuners. So check them out. If you're curious as to whether or not it's an old stock or a new stock thing, whatever store you deal with, I deal with Long McQuaid, just ask the guy to crack it open for you just so you can make double sure it's got those black reinforcement rings on there. And if it does, hand over your cash because that's going to be great. You know, I'm still going to keep those other ones around. I mean, more for nostalgic purpose, I guess. Look at the progression I've taken. And besides, they still work great. I still have absolutely no problems. I've been using these just like this with the glued heads, and they work just as good. But I wasn't sure if I had a problem with the whole mic vibration thing on my other two red ones, only because they've been dropped so many times, too, onto the floor. I got butterfingers at times. What can I say? So I bought a new one regardless. It eliminates all that. And it turns out it doesn't matter what you do. You know, acoustics are going to pick up the outside sound and screw up your tuning. Solid body electric will not be a problem. Hollow body and semi-hollow will be just as problematic as an acoustic. So there you go. But in the meantime, the whole video is really more about this, but I thought I'd throw that info in there too. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Have you tried the new ones out that have the collars on them? What do you think? What do you think of the blue one? What do you think of the rechargeable black one? What do you think of the red one with the new collars? You know, what do you think of the black one with collars that's not rechargeable? Snark's got a wide variety of tuners, and it's just crazy, but they are really good tuners, so you can't really deny that too much. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. See ya.